joining us this morning on Good Day to talk about these FCAT scores and all things education is Andrew Spar from the Volusia County Teachers Union. Always great to see you, Andrew. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Good morning, Amy. Good to be here.
All right, let's talk first about these scores because obviously this is not something that anyone is going to be happy with.
Well, no, and I think we have to look at what's really going on here. You know, the test has a bar that's set by a small group of people who meet in Tallahassee, who don't consult with the experts in education and in the field, and they set these arbitrary scores, and this time it looks like what we believed was going to happen, which was they set the score so that students would fail.
What do you think is going on here? Because we're hearing a lot of the blame game, Andrew, as you know. You've got people pointing to the teachers, you've got people pointing to the parents, you've got people pointing to administrators, like you talked about, people in Tallahassee. How do we get down to the bare minimum of this problem and fix it?
Well, I think first thing we need to do is we need to listen to the parents and the educators and those in our schools who work every day. What we keep happening is we have policymakers who don't know much about public education, don't know much about educating our students, making these arbitrary decisions, and we see the impacts on it. And when you look at the debate that's going on right now over what we need to do, on one side you have parents, you have students, you have teachers, administrators, and support staff, while on the other side you have the Florida Chamber of Commerce, you have Associated Industries of Florida, private school companies, charter school companies, testing companies, all people who want to profit off of our children. And I just don't think that that's what we need. We need people who are really focused on making sure our students are doing best, and that's why we need to listen to the educators.
Andrew, do you think we'll ever be able to make everybody happy?
I think we need to remember what we're trying to focus on, which is making sure that students are successful. And if we're going to focus on students being successful, we have to talk about what strategies work, what does research says. We can't just set arbitrary numbers and say, hey, we need to do this. The reality of it is we assess students about 75 days out of the school year. We have a lot of assessments that are showing students are growing, but yet we put all of our eggs in one basket, that called the FCAT, which is a high-stakes test with little accountability, and we pay a company $250 million to administer that test.
I'm sure you guys do a lot of research to see how other states do things. Is there one place in particular that you look at and you say, this is really how we should be doing things here?
Well, I think if you look at what's happened in public education over the last few years, there's been this move to high-stakes testing. I think we have to look at other countries, quite honestly, to see what they do. And when you see how well Finland does and Singapore and South Korea, some of those countries, what they're doing is they're investing and empowering those people in the classroom every day to do what they know is best for students. They give them high levels of training and high amounts of support, and they respect the profession. And here in this country, it seems let's bash the teachers, let's bash public education, and let's set students up for failure. We shouldn't do that.
Andrew Spar, Volusia County Teachers Union, thank you so much as always. We appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thank you, Amy. Have a good day.
You too. 7:30.